Hello everyone and welcome again to my how-to education channel. As I promised you last week, today we are gonna continue with How to Ace Finance, Introduction to Valuation, the Time Value of Money, Part 2. After watching this video, don't forget to leave me your feedback. As I mentioned last week, sometimes a question is not about finding the future value, but about finding any other of the three parameters when the future value is given. To find the present value, for example, one simply has to do present value equals to future value over 1 plus r to the power t. In this case, the term 1 over 1 plus r to the power t is called the present value factor. It is the reciprocal of the future value factor. Imagine, for example, that your sister will join college in 4 years and the tuition for the first year is $10,000. Your parents want to have joined this amount by the beginning of the academic year, 4 years from now. Your bank is offering a 24% interest rate compounded annually. How much should your parents deposit today to have this amount just in time? The answer is they must deposit the present value today, which is future value over 1 plus r to the power t, meaning $10,000 over 1 plus 0.24 to the power 4. So they must deposit 4,230 today if they want to have this amount of money 4 years from now. You can take a look at the following procedure if you want to find the solution to the previous problem using the financial calculator. Let's say that your grandpa deposited a certain amount of money 30 years ago that made you inherit $1 million today. The interest rate was 15% per year compounded annually. How much did he deposit 30 years ago? In this case, 30 years ago would be the present value of money that needs to be found, and the future value is the $1 million. Thus, present value equals to 1 million over 1 plus 0.15 to the power 30, which is equal to $15,103. Note that the higher the interest rate offered, the lower it will be the amount that you have to deposit. Let's solve the previous problem, but now using a 20% interest rate instead of a 15% interest rate. The answer would be present value equals to 1 million over 1.2 to the power 30, which is 4,213 instead of 15,103. Also note that the longer the time you keep your money, the lower it will be the amount that you have to deposit. If the time were 40 years instead of 30, for example, the present value would equal to 1 million over 1.15 to the power 40, which is 3,733. Suppose that one of your friends needs capital for a project that seems very profitable. He promises to repay $1 million in 30 years at 20% compounded annually. Would you buy this agreement today for $3,500? Let's see. The future value is $1 million. The time is 30 years. And the interest compounded annually is 20%. So present value would be 1 million over 1.2 to the power 30, which is 4,212.72. So if you want 1 million in 30 years, you would have to invest 4,212.72 today. Nevertheless, Your friend is offering the same amount of money in 30 years for only $3,500 today. You should buy this deal. Let's see how much you would get in 30 years if you decided to invest $3,500 in something else. In this case, the future value would be 3,500 times 1.2 to the power 30, which is $830,817. So your friend is giving you the opportunity of receiving 1 million instead of $830,817. We have already discussed how to rearrange the equation when we need to find the present value. Another possible question would be to find the discount rate when everything else is given. Take a look at the procedure below to see what to do in this case. What is the annual interest rate of an investment that will pay you $10,000 in 10 years if you invest $2,000 today? Well, $10,000 would be equal to 2,000 times 1 plus r to the power 10. So 10,000 over 2,000 is 5. Thus, 5 would be equal to 1 plus r to the power 10. 5 to the power 1 over 10 would be equal to 1 plus r to the power 10 over 10. So 5 to the power 1 over 10 is equal to 1 plus r. R equals minus 1 plus 5 to the power 1 over 10, which is 17.46%. If you invested a certain amount of money 4 years ago, what interest rate compounded annually would double your money today? What interest rate compounded annually would multiply your money by 4? To double your money means that future value will equal to 2 times the present value. Thus, 2 times PV equals PV times 1 plus r to the 4, meaning that 2 equals to 1 plus r to the power 4. Therefore, r would equal 18.92%. To multiply your money by 4 means that the future value will equal 4 PV. So, 4 PV equals PV times 1 plus r to the power 4. Therefore, 4 would equal 1 plus r to the 4, and r would equal 47.43%. Lastly, the equation future value equals present value times 1 plus r to the power t can also be rearranged to find the number of periods. In order to do that, we use the ln function. The ln function is used when the power of a component of an equation is unknown and we need to find it. Example, 2 to the x is 100 and we need to find x. In this case, we add ln to both sides. Ln 2 to the x equals ln 100. One of the rules of ln is that you're allowed to drop the power. This means that ln 2 to the x becomes x ln 2. So x ln 2 equals ln 100 and x equals ln 100 over ln 2. The ln button is found in any regular calculator, but if you're using the financial calculator, don't forget to press the number first, as in press 2, then press ln. If future value equals 1 plus r to the t, then future value over present value equals 1 plus r to the t. Ln future value over present value equals ln 1 plus r to the t. Ln future value over present value equals t ln 1 plus r. So t equals ln future value over present value over ln 1 plus r. Let's say that you're willing to buy your dream house, which costs $400,000. To do that, you're given the option to invest $200,000 at 10% compounded per year. How many years do you need to wait before being able to buy your house? So, $400,000 is the future value, $200,000 is the present value, and 10% is the R. We need to find T. So, 400,000 equals to 200,000 times 1 plus 0.1 to the power T. 400,000 over 200,000 equals 2. So 2 equals 1.1 to the power T. Ln 2 equals ln 1.1 to the power T. Ln 2 equals T ln 1.1. So T equals ln 2 over ln 1.1, which is 7.27 years. This is it from finance for this week. But if you have reached the end of this video, it is because the content was helpful to you somehow. If this is the case, don't forget to give your friends and acquaintances the opportunity to have access to these videos by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. We will be continuing with a lot of exercises tackling valuation and the time value of money next week. But before that, I will see you all during the weekend with some hints on how to study for the GRE exam. Thank you so much.